It's always a big question mark is, are we live?
I don't
I
know.
feel alive. I'm actually looking at the channel right now. It says this live event will begin in a few moments.
Mine says waiting for Total Seminars channel. And now it's live. So there you go.
I don't feel live.
I think we are live since I'm looking at us on YouTube. Good morning or good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Monday Ask Mike Anything with Mike Meyers and Scott Jernigan. How are you today? Did everybody else have a fantastic come from behind victory last night? Oh, you mean the Astros? Oh, yeah.
Houston Astros. Okay, so Scott, just so you know, I have no access to the chat window today. For some reason, my YouTube is not playing ball. So you're going to have to be the great Swami here and help me out. So yeah, first of all, guys, you notice we're doing a Zoom meeting today. Once again, construction, but hopefully I've been assured by the contractors that today will be the last day and we'll be back to our normal spacious settings soon.
So Dave says we sound like we sound good, like a violin played by a grade schooler for the first time. Somehow I don't think that's good.
Okay.
But he can hear us.
Right. It does look like we're up finally. Okay. Woof.
Yeah, no, we're definitely up.
All right. Well, I didn't see it. So neener. Well, anyway, guys, welcome to the Mike Meyers AMA live stream. The goal of this live stream is to provide those of us who are isolated by the coronavirus an opportunity to continue our studies for CompTIA certification. So the idea here is that you type questions into the chat window and we answer them. So normally I do email, but today, given our Zoom situation, we're going to make it a little bit simpler. The only questions I'm going to be able to ask are ones that are put actually into the chat window itself. So that is up to you. So we start here at 2 o'clock Central Daylight Time, and we go until 3 o'clock or until the questions run out. So it's very important that if you have questions, go ahead and put them in. If by some chance you put a question into the chat window and we don't see it, just type it in again. It's not that big of a deal. And I just want to make sure you guys know that we are here to help you. So
Kylie started out the questions. So hello, Tullowit. Hello, Alan Duggan. Al Ucard is here. AV Nut, Steady as Shark. Kieran Ferguson, new name for me. David Mohan, excellent. He wants to announce that he is now officially Total Sim Plus certified. That's awesome. So Kylie at 1:57 asked, in the context of IT fundamentals, what do switches do?
I don't know if we need to say in the context of IT fundamentals, but we should probably talk about switches.
Sure.
So when we say switch, what we're talking about is a layer 2 switch, which ties in with the OSI 7-layer model. And if you read my Network Plus book, chapter 1 is pretty much OSI. So it's absolutely important thing. A switch filters and forwards traffic based on the MAC addresses that are being sent into it. So switches only look at Ethernet frames. Or I should be careful here, but yeah, in terms of IT fundamentals, switches only look at Ethernet frames, and they look at wherever the MAC address is of the incoming frame, and hopefully it has a direct one-to-one connection to whatever device that might be, and it creates a one-to-one connection and sends it on. Although we do have to be careful with the term switch, because switching is often used to talk about something called routers. And when we're talking about routers as switches, we tend to use the word layer 3 switch. And there are reasons that a router is not a layer 3 switch. But again, to keep the basics going here, a layer 3 switch filters and forwards based on IP address and not the MAC address. So those are the things to keep in mind when we're talking about a switch. It filters and forwards on MAC addresses.
That's great. Thank you. Kieran Ferguson has a question at 2:01, and this one's a loaded one. Here it is. Ready? Hey, Mike, I recently passed my CompTIA A Plus. I'm working on CompTIA Network Plus. Is it worth going for CCNA if I only have a license till the end of the year? I'm not sure what that means.
Neither am I. I'm trying to pull up the YouTube channel, Scott, so I can actually look at the question with you.
Yeah. So so Kieran is working on Network Plus. Should Kieran take CCNA afterwards? And David Mohan did the usual Mike Meyers method of like, get a job, then get certifications, which of course is great advice. And Kieran had followed up with, I'm currently working, but also retraining. So I'm doing it the right way.
Okay, well, so I'm just going to speculate, Scott, that what Kieran means here is they have a license for learning, maybe?
Yeah.
Is that what I'm thinking?
That's what I would guess too.
So they have a license for something online for some video training or something.
Right.
I'm working on Network Plus. Is it worth going for CCNA? It's worth going for CCNA if you're going to be if you want to be a Cisco person. To me, almost anybody in networking is going to be a Cisco person to some extent. I mean, that just happens. So is it worth it? Yes. I'm not quite sure why the license for a year thing comes in, but I think after Network Plus, CCNA is a good idea for just about everybody.
Okay.
Even if you're not going to be a Cisco person, having a basic knowledge of Cisco iOS and, things like that are, as somebody once told me a long time ago, if you're in networking to some extent, you're also a Cisco person.
Okay, awesome. In America, we would pronounce your name Ivans. If we were in Russian, we'd go Ivans. Conlon, who had a question at 2:05, and a couple people in the chat already answered it. Figured I'd throw it in as well. I have a question regarding CompTIA A Plus. Do I need different fees for both the core exams, or is it a one-time pay? And as
Scott, you got that one, brother.
As others have pointed out, it's two separate exams. It's two separate vouchers. It's several $100s a pop. So yeah, unfortunately, it's two exams for one certification with A plus. So there you go. Scott Wolf has just checked in and said hello. Andras Nieri, hey guys, long time no see. Hope you all are doing well. We are. It is All Saints Day here in the United States, following Dia de los Muertes. And I don't know about you, Mike. Did you dress up last night? Were you in costume?
I was in costume.
Excellent. What did you go as?
I went as a medieval person.
Excellent. I was a Renaissance minstrel, not surprisingly.
It just seems like we have those costumes laying around or something, huh?
Something like that. Yes. Yeah, I wandered playing music on my porch and down at my neighbor's house. So it was fun. Little kids dancing for their candy. Dance, you little monkeys.
Dance, monkeys.
I'm a princess. I don't care.
Princesses dance too. These are king-size Snickers bars, by golly.
That's right. That's right.
The things I would have done as a kid for large Snickers bars or Reese's peanut butter cups. Those are the other ones. I would literally, if somebody was giving away Reese's peanut butter cups, I would run home, change my outfit,
and go back
so I could get more Reese's peanut butter cups. Oh yeah, no,
because two great tastes that taste great together.
That's right.
Okay, so Patricia Grace has checked in. Hello. David Mohan asks about at 2:07, what do you think of the ITIL certification?
I'm not against it. It's a good cert. I think you have a better chance getting a job with other certs than ITIL, but no, I have no problem with the cert.
Yeah, internationally, especially in IT service management, when you're looking at like middle to large size enterprises, ITIL is very useful. You are bouncing up and down, Mike.
We have a little bit of a tremor here. It's it's
like an
only
earthquake.
4 on the Richter scale. Yeah.
Okay. So 207 JM. Can you explain the difference between a network time server and an internet-based time source?
Well, the internet-based time source is almost certainly going to be oh my gosh, network. Help me, Scott. Network time
Server.
No, what's the protocol?
NTP.
Yeah.
NTP.
So it's going to be a server that's an NTP server that anybody can query. Usually anybody can query. NTP is almost always by default a public, but you got to be careful. What was the other term they used, Scott?
Network time server versus an internet-based time source.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm not sure what a network time server is, but I would speculate that any device that gives out the time to other machines could be a network time server. And so that could be a NTP server within your network, but it could also possibly be a Windows server. And I get pretty much most Windows server configurations are NTP compatible, but they don't have to always be. They can fall back to an older protocol. And it was internet and it was proprietary, and I don't know the name of it. So the difference is not much.
Okay, sounds good. Yvonne's asked another question as well at 208. I have already passed the Network Plus. Do I need to go back and pass A Plus?
Not at all. Ivan's, remember, the goal here is to get a job. That's why we're here, is to get work. And if you have a Net Plus and you're moving in towards a networking direction, then going back to get an A Plus is probably not very helpful. As much as I'd love to take your money, but
right.
Probably you don't need to do that. It depends what you want to be doing in life. I mean, most people get A Plus because they're going up with an employer, somebody who wants it or asks for it, or it helps, stuff like that. Because you work as a tech at Dell, for example, almost every job they have there, it helps a lot to have an A Plus, but not all the jobs require an A Plus over at Dell. So that's why you do it.
Okay, sounds good. So at 208, are you able to see the questions, or should I just keep reading?
I am actually, Scott, I'm moving to live chat so that I can see numbers. Okay. And I'm up. I'm actually up. Okay.
So 208, David Gomez has a question.
Got it.
I just started studying the Network Plus book by Mike Meyers, N10008. Is there any significant... That would be almost impossible, considering it hasn't published yet. Is there any significant difference between 007 and the new 008 test? Should I just finish the 007? Please advise.
How did he get an N10-008 book?
He can't. He means he started studying for the N10-008, probably.
I see what you're saying. Is there any differences? Yeah, there's some pretty substantial differences. And I would say I should just finish the 007.
Right.
It's going to be good for almost a year now. So, I mean, you can take it for almost a year. So I wouldn't see any reason to want to go with the 008. Go with the 007. Everything lines up.
That's what I would think.
The chapters, the practice questions, videos, they all line up. And
right.
Once all the N10-008 stuff is out, which should be quite soon, then you could go that route as well. But to be honest with you, if you can take an older exam, always take the older exam.
Right.
I have spoken.
Excellent. Excellent. Kieran clarified at 209 that his license, that what he was talking about, is with People Percipo, which gave me a license training course that goes A Plus, Network Plus, and CCNA. And it runs out at the end of the year. So
I mean, we basically answered that then.
Yep, I would run with it. So Glenn at 209 says, I recently got my VM server, which may be VM.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he
running.
needs virtual machine.
Yeah, I'm guessing so.
He's got some kind of server running as a VM on a 2950.
Right.
Connected to a TL2000. What's that?
I don't know, but there's no question there. So we don't know what you need to know.
Or he's just letting us know he's got something cool going.
That is cool. Absolutely.
TL2000, Scott, is a still for sale Dell branded LTO tape backup system.
Wow.
And quite a few of them are available, although they all seem to be refurbished. But anytime someone says tape ain't being used, they're crazy. Lots of folks are still using tape. Hold on, Dave Rush is saying Dave Rush is saying VM is not a VM.
Right.
So let's go see. So Dave adds a little help, but then he leaves us
hanging.
So VM is a standard for backups or a brand name.
Right. A VM.
It's a backup, disaster recovery, data protection software. Okay, cool.
Very cool.
2019, they had revenues of 1 billion. So they must be isn't that funny? A big company like that, you and I've never heard of them, huh?
Right.
What does that say?
At 2:10 p.m. that we're not hooked into the enterprise. That's what it says to me. Andres Neri says, I have my Net Plus exam booked on Wednesday. Good luck.
Yeah, no, you'll do great. What's wrong with having it on Wednesday?
Any last minute advice?
Relax. Take it easy. And do not panic at the end. The number one reason people fail CompTIA exams is test anxiety. So I want you to relax, especially on that last day, the day before your video. I wouldn't be too, you're not going to learn that much between on that last day and when your exam starts. So just relax and have fun. You know, these tests are, the Network Plus to me is one of the easiest of the CompTIA exams. Number one, it's a single exam. And number two, it builds beautifully on different topics. You have to understand IPv4 to understand DHCP. You know, understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And I think it's a great one. So Andras, just relax, mellow.
Sounds good. Kamal 210 asked a similar question about whether he should take Net Plus 007 or hold out for 008. And I think you answered that pretty well.
Well, he says something in here I don't like. Is it worth it because 007 will be canceled in June 2022? 007 is not canceled. Certifications can expire after a 3-year time period, but certifications don't cancel. So if you were to take the 007 in June of 2022 and the next day the exam expires, you can most certainly for the next 3 years put Network Plus on your resume.
Right.
Arguably, you could put Network Plus on there forever. However, most people recognize that network, like almost all certifications today, have about a 3-year freshness window, and a good technical interviewer might pick up on that. So it's complete. You know, people always say that certifications are only good for 3 years. That is true, but the experience you took 5 years ago, say, to take that certification is still with you. And as long as you don't lie on your CV and tell them you're active, current Network Plus certified, who cares?
Exactly.
Well, the easy way to get past that is just on your resume. If you really want to drill down that hard, first of all, I don't think people should. But if you wanted to drill down that hard, you could literally sit there and say Network Plus, June 2022. See what I'm saying? That kind of thing.
Absolutely.
So, but this brings up another important point, Scott, and something I want to talk about, and that is,
lay it on me.
Well, people get, just because you take a certification, and I know CompTIA doesn't want me to say this, but I'm going to anyway, you don't necessarily have to renew your certification every 3 years. First of all, CompTIA provides lots of opportunities using continuing education credits that will allow you to update many of your certifications, which you're probably already doing anyway. You can just go to CompTIA.org to look that up. But then secondly, what I'd want to be seeing somebody if I was interviewing you, if you took your Network Plus 5 years ago, maybe I want to see a CCNA on there, or CWS, or certified wireless networking professional. You see where I'm coming from? Something to build on that. That would be more important to me probably than somebody who just keeps their Network Plus updated.
Right. Okay. Sounds good. So at 2:10, Scott Wolf, Peter Hunt shows up. Hi, Peter. How are you? Scott Wolf has a question. Do you recommend someone to purchase labs for 1,002?
Everybody's different in terms of what they want to learn, know, and do. We certainly provide labs, but they're really more as an instructor tool.
Yeah.
But I generally don't like labs. The reason I don't like labs is because it says to me, you don't know enough about this topic yet to be able to develop your own stuff.
Right.
I'm not at all against labs, but usually labs work better when you've got a partner or an instructor or something like that. And if you have those types of scenarios, and again, you don't have to be in a school, you could just be studying with a buddy. And if you guys could work together, then I think labs can be extremely positive.
Absolutely. So Yvonne's, by the way, used your stuff to get Network Plus certified in May.
Outstanding.
Awesome. Congratulations. 213 JM. Here's a big one. I already got my A Plus, Server Plus, MTA Security, MTA Server, and I'm working on the Security Plus. Here's the kicker. I'm a U.S. citizen currently abroad in Mexico. Is it possible to get a remote entry-level job in IT? I would say yes.
Yes, yeah, but it's sure. You're not going to get American wages if you're in Mexico.
Why not?
Because the job, I don't know. It's
a good question. Yeah, I mean, we have at least one contract worker who is in Mexico, and we pay just the same as we pay in the U.S. So I don't know. It's a good question.
Yeah, I guess the right answer is I don't know, but I'm confident you can get work.
Absolutely. Catherine poked in at 2:14, said good afternoon. Good afternoon to you, Catherine. It's awesome. Matt at 2:16, here's some good news. Hey all, I'm back, and this time with a Security Plus certification. I passed the exam last Friday, which is awesome. Congratulations, Matt. That's awesome.
Yeah, really well done, Matt. Oof. I was looking through my glasses recently. I was like, why are my glasses all so smudged up?
Gee, I don't know, Mike. 217, Scott Wolf. I recently downloaded a VirtualBox from my Windows laptop. If I install an OS on it, does it use a whole separate partition? And also, can I download Enterprise on it?
First question, if I install an OS on it, does it use a whole separate partition? So you're going to create a virtual disk when you're creating the VM before you install the operating system.
Right.
And so it's really up to the operating system and how it sees the virtual disk. And every operating system would allow you to install it in multiple partitions. Now, the next question I think Scott Wolf might be asking is, if I install an OS on it, is he talking about on the host machine itself? Does it use a separate partition? The answer is no.
Right.
When that virtual machine isn't running, it just manifests as a big file. So it doesn't show up on your disk structure. It's just a file. Also, can I download Enterprise on it? I think what he's trying to say is, can I make a Windows Enterprise? Does he mean Windows Server Enterprise? Does Windows 10 even come with an Enterprise edition, Scott? Do you know?
Yes, it does, although it's not something you can normally just grab. Usually it's an enterprise license with an enterprise level corporation.
I'm going to see if I can download one.
Boy,
Yeah, you absolutely can download Windows 10 Enterprise. The Microsoft Evaluation Center has that. I'm going to see if I can.
So the answer, Scott, is probably yes. Download it and try and find out. The worst you can do is have a broken VM and just delete it. So
Yeah, and we've certainly installed. I can't believe I haven't installed Windows 10 Enterprise someplace in
right.
some VM somewhere.
So, so yes, Scott, I think that the answer to your question. 218, Justin.
Oh, and I put up a link a moment ago, Scott, for the where to go for the enterprise.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Justin Burton, Mike, just started looking into the CompTIA A Plus certification. I watched your videos. How long should I prepare before the test? This is, of course, a loaded question. Justin, we don't know where you're starting from. Do you have a copy of the book? If so, in the introduction, Mike lays out a very detailed kind of self-assessment test where you can just jot down what your skill level is on various A+ topics. And then at the end, you'll add everything together and it'll give you a kind of a general outline of how many hours you should expect to study or need to study to be able to, before you're ready to take the A+ exam. In
general, most people, it's around 220 hours, but there's a tremendous variance in there, standard deviation.
Right.
A very experienced tech could probably do that in 1/3 that amount of time.
Right.
Whereas someone who's absolutely new to the world of IT and is trying to figure out how to use a mouse, you could double that probably and still do fine. But don't be nervous. Everyone, come on, the new version of Dune is coming out, right? Fear is the mind killer, right?
Right.
Justin, I'm assuming you're getting into this because you love it. I mean, that's why I got into it. I assure you that's why Scott got into it.
Much.
The passion for learning new pieces of technologies and such is, for me, it's a joy. I like it. So have fun. Do not be afraid. So
220, Overwatch, I'm not sure we can actually answer this question. Overwatch is trying to book CompTIA exams through the Pearson VUE website to complete payments and getting this content is blocked error message. Do you know what this issue is? I don't.
Neither do I.
Yeah, this would be
check the news and make sure there's nothing panic out there.
Okay.
Some big noise.
And Dave is typing something in the background as well, so he might have an answer. And Overwatch is in the UK. Yeah, I would. Yeah, Overwatch. I would check with your ISP. I would maybe contact VUE tech support. Those would be the next couple of steps I would do. People all over the world have been able to schedule, pay for, and take exams through the VUE website. So there you go. Yeah, and Siegfried is late, showed up at 2:23. And he said, did I miss something? And Patricia answered truthfully that we had hired everybody else in the stream to come work for us. So, there you go.
Yeah, sorry, Siegfried, you snooze, you lose around here. And they're all vice presidents because that's what Patricia wanted and that's what she gets.
That's right.
Ms. Vice President Rumpf.
Rumpf.
Judson, let me see you the way you are now. Fired. Nobody likes the Jetsons but me.
I do.
There's a number of technical issues for this blocking account blocked, and a lot of them are not good. This is an anti-cheating thing, which I'm not putting on anybody at all, but this is something you need to contact VUE Prometric and get an answer.
All right, sounds good. Okay, I almost skipped your question now, Icard. At 224, I'm having trouble understanding exactly what bandwidth means. Is it equal to speed?
No. Bandwidth is the total volume of traffic that a particular medium can handle. The best way to consider the difference is to think about a roadway. On the roadway, you have X number of lanes and you have a speed limit, right? So if you have one lane, that's going to move half the cars that two lanes can. So bandwidth means the total amount of data per second. Usually they think in terms of per second that a particular pipe can handle. And again, use the traffic analogy to help you out there.
Sounds good. And people are making very funny comments, so I won't read them though.
As fun as they are, I ignore them.
Right. Wow, Telewit. Telewit is on a roll. Okay, 228. David Gomez. Can I install Windows XP from an original CD to a virtual machine? If so, can you explain how?
Sure. I'm going to double check something real quick.
Okay.
I'm going to look at VirtualBox and see.
Does
Yeah,
it still
VirtualBox. I'm sorry, Scott, please repeat.
Does it still support Windows XP? That's the question.
It absolutely does. Windows XP,
Okay.
both 32 and 64-bit. All right, so how do I do it? I am not going to do that. Create a virtual machine in VirtualBox. When you get to what your choices are, when you first create a virtual machine, you're typing in the name of it. One of the things you can pick is the operating system, and then pick Windows XP. It's right there. And then make sure you have your installation media. Oh dear. All right, Scott, we're going to try something. We're going to try something crazy here.
Uh-oh.
Crazy. Be careful. Here it goes.
Okay, here we go.
I got this. Got some nasty. Hang on. All right, so
that sounded bad.
we're okay. We're okay.
My speakers might not be.
All right, so can you see that?
Yes.
Can you see it well?
Yes, I can see it very clearly.
Okay, let's see if I can move this. Oh, why won't it move? Unshareable applications or shareable applications don't move. Sorry, Scott. For some reason, it's decided to pin itself, so I can't read. Oh, here we go. Okay, so let's go through this process. I'm going to click on new, and I'm going to call it Timmy. And you'll see where it says type Microsoft Windows. See that? And hit this pull down. You'll see Windows XP is available. Scott, I'm assuming this is visible to everybody.
Totally visible.
All right, and we hit on next. 192 megabytes. Wow. All right, let's just go for that. 192 megabytes, create a virtual disk. We use the default VirtualBox disk image, dynamically allocated, and 10 gigs. That's probably more than enough for Windows XP. Okay, so I've made the virtual machine. So now what I want to do, notice I haven't even turned it on yet. Now I'm definitely going to have that Windows XP installation media handy.
Yes.
Am I still there, Scott? I get
yes,
nervous.
You're still here.
A couple of things go bing and honk. Anyway, where'd it go? So here under storage, where you see the optical media thing, like this, where it says empty, this little circle right here, hit this pull down, and then wherever your ISO is, so you can see I've got some, this is my downloads for this particular machine. So I'm assuming you've already downloaded the ISO. Now, if you have the installation media,
you would just point to that. Yeah.
It's been a while since I've done it on Windows XP. I got to think about that. Honestly, if you have installation media, just boot the system up. And I'm going to try it. Oh, Scott, if I die, I'll come back. All right. So
Okay.
So I'm going to start this up. And what VirtualBox will do when you start up a brand new virtual machine, it's going to say, here you go. It's going to say, hey, man, I don't have any boot up material. So you can see it's like, where's your boot up material? And what I can do here is hit the pull down. It's found a couple of ISOs from before, or I can just sit here and tell it to go over to the installation media, assuming it's like, well, it wouldn't be a thumb drive, would it, Scott? It's Windows XP. If he has installation media, I would just say go to whatever that drive letter is. So let's say it's your F drive. You could just go in there and then it would start it right up. It would literally boot to it exactly as if it was a real machine. So let me get out of here. Power off the machine. Whew. Man, I'm glad VirtualBox still does that. I wasn't too sure that it would support XP after all these years.
Right.
We're okay though.
Sounds good.
He's okay.
Yeah. So that was right around 2:30. Patricia Grace is popping back and forth with Overwatch, and it looks like some good ideas, but no resolution yet. Let us know what happens, Overwatch.
Or better yet, why don't we tell them about the Discord channel, Scott? Go for it.
Okay. So we, Total Seminars, don't have a Discord channel where you can bring a camera and a microphone and interact with us live and in person or virtual. However, there is an unofficial Total Seminar Discord channel that Dave Rush, who is our senior instructor and moderator for this session, will post in the background. The links to that unofficial Discord server, we tend to show up there after the AMAs. He posted the Discord link at 2:36. Thank you very much, Dave. Just look in the feed, click on the Discord link or one of the two links, and go sign up for it. And then we can, in fact, interact more specifically on some of these longer form questions where we need to go back and forth and not have to worry about trying to type everything in the chat or whatever. So Discord, be there. Aloha.
Yeah, the Discord channel. And sometimes like this diagnostic that Patricia's working so hard to help out with here can be challenging in a chat window. Whereas the nice part about the Discord channel is if you want to, you can bring a camera and a headset and actually show us and talk about it at the same time, which tends to speed things up, especially for diagnostic.
All right. So sounds good. It is 2:37. Would you like to give some free stuff away?
Absolutely.
Oh, the way we're going to do it today, since we're on Zoom, is senior instructor Dave Rush will pop on here in a second and run a contest. This contest is for
a new car,
90-day access to the Total Tester. Those are the practice exams of your choice, and we have a whole bunch of them. There's Dave. We have a whole bunch of tests out there, practice exams for A Plus, Network Plus, Security Plus, Pen Test Plus, AWS, all kinds of stuff. So the contest is unfortunately not fair, but it's as fair as we can make it. Dave's going to put up a multiple choice question. Don't answer A, B, C, or D, right? Type enough of the answer that we know that you think you know what you're talking about. And then whoever is the first person that gets the correct answer that shows up in Dave's feed, right? That person will be the winner. If you want to play but not win, just type pass after your answer. Easy enough, right? So hi, Dave.
Terribly easy. Okay,
nice
so
shirt.
Yeah, very good. So we're going to do two contests today. This is the first of two. These are questions that are coming from Total Tester. This one for Total, we're going to do from the SY0601 Security Plus. It's a little tougher, so you gotta earn this one. And then the later one we'll pick an easier topic. I think I'm going to do that from A Plus, something like that. So I'm going to read the question to you. I'm going to read the answer choices to you. You don't have to wait for me to read them all. If you think you know the answer, type it in. The first one that appears in, I got a mess of a screen here, Scott. You win. The first correct answer to appear in Scott's feed will be the winner.
Fair
and then
enough.
I'll post what you have to do when we get done with this to claim your prize. Oh, wait a minute, Kathy, you guys can deal with the Kathy's fix.
Yeah, we'll do.
Okay.
I'll deal with Kathy.
All right, so here goes. Going to post it right now. The first question for today's contest is, this is a single answer thing. And the question is, VoIP, HVAC systems, drones, surveillance systems, and multifunction printers all suffer from which of the following common weaknesses? Type in as much of an answer as you can here. And measures to secure these systems are expensive and therefore are not typically implemented. They are actually all fairly secure from the start due to security through obscurity. Attackers have to know they exist before they can attack them. None of these are high value assets, and consequently security is not considered important for them. Access via the internet. The same vector can be used against any connected system, and without defenses, these are typically very insecure systems.
Wow.
Yeah, that was complicated.
Yeah, but it's one of these really complicated questions that if you read the question is incredibly easy. I find
Exactly
this question,
right.
I find this question to be trivial. So Dave, yeah, I had to go full screen on that. I couldn't even see.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But no, it worked. Once I went full screen,
Okay.
I was good.
All right, well, you guys let
Got
me know
lots
when
of-
you're ready for me to post the answer.
I am ready for you to post the answer.
All right.
I wait. Is anybody? Oh, I see it now. Never mind.
Okay. All right. Posting and this, of course, is from Total Tester. This is what Total Tester looks like, at least in part. And when you go review your questions, this is what the review answers look like. So our Total Tester says the answer is, the correct answer is access via the internet. Same vector can be used against any connected system, and without defenses, these are typically very insecure systems. Scott and I were talking about this one before the show, and I was wrong because I didn't do what Mike said, read the question carefully and do process of elimination. I had a feeling it was another one, and then Scott pointed out that HVAC systems are high value systems, so we can throw out that one.
So access via the internet, and it looks like
I think I already said it out loud.
Pardon me?
I think I already said it out loud.
You did.
Okay.
It looks like somebody is on a roll here. And Kylie Powder was the first with the correct answer. So congratulations, Kylie. That's awesome.
Well done, Kylie.
So to collect your
let
prize,
me know. Kathy Y is the venue for this one.
right? To collect your prize, and I'll type it in the chat here in a sec. Kylie, you need to contact Kathy Yale. That's Kathy with a K and a Y. So Kathy YY at totalsim.com. Let her know your real name, the name you're using on Discord, and which practice exams you want. Pretty easy, huh? Congratulations. That's awesome.
Well done.
Okay, I'll step out till you need me again.
Thanks, Dave. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Dave.
So the next question that popped up like right at 2:30, Swish Swash asked, where is it? Can you state 3 positive things about each other?
No.
Wow.
I'm kidding. Scott's a great singer. Scott is the best damn editor I ever met. And Scott has lots of curly hair.
I do have that. Mike is brilliant, witty, and charming to a fault. So
Oh, you say that.
I say that.
Mr. Curly Hair. And Scott Jernigan is the best damn liar you ever met.
Because I do it with a smile. No,
Yes,
I never
and a certain je ne sais quoi.
Okay, I have typed in the chat, Kylie, Kathy's email for you. So there you go.
ALU card got the answer right without even studying Security Plus.
That's pretty good.
So they claim.
Right. So 232, JM, and I think somebody's actually answered this already. Yes. has CompTIA always given the option to take the exams online, or is it something that they did because of the pandemic? And will they go back to in-person exams after the pandemic? Well, that presupposes one thing, right? That there's an after the pandemic, which we all are, I think, all in agreement that we are hoping for. And as several people pointed out in the feed, JM, CompTIA had plans to start offering online practice or online tests, that when the pandemic hit and we all got locked down, they just pushed those plans forward. So yeah, it was a synergistic moment, I guess would be good. And they also, since it has been so successful, that they don't seem to be turning the clock back and requiring in-person exams. So it looks like you have the choice of doing either going forward. So that's pretty awesome.
Absolutely.
And then Halloween, wait, Alucard. Oh, Dave, sorry, I'm I got to stop reading Telewit and Dave.
Yeah, you definitely, I've already stopped doing that.
Lightning Malloy at 235 just passed A+ certification. So awesome. Congratulations, Lightning. That is excellent.
Congrats. Well done.
Dave posted the Discord link at 236, as I mentioned. Ruben Rodriguez has shown up, so the party can begin, which is awesome. And then we have a whole bunch of answers. And just about everybody got them right. Got that right, by the way.
All right. Well, let's make a little bit more. We've only got 50 more minutes here. It looks like the questions are already slowing down, Scott. So
A little bit.
I think that people may be interested in getting a free CompTIA voucher. So I say, let's bring Dave back online.
Okay.
And let's give away a voucher.
Oh, okay. Let me type in the back channel in case Dave is not.
Dave's not here, man.
I watch and listen to every word you guys say.
You are amazing, Dave. You are amazing. So this,
I'm ready to strike like a puma.
a Puma.
How often do you get to use the word Puma, huh?
Not since, yeah.
Or not since I've been to Puma, Arizona.
Oh, man. Or Puma, California. Oh, wait, that's Yuma. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, that was bad. It was bad. I get it.
It's Puma, Pennsylvania.
Hey, we got another contest, guys.
So what?
I did not make a tougher one. I thought that one was fairly tough. So we're going to do one from A+, and this is going to be for a voucher to take an A+ exam.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
It's a voucher to take any CompTIA.
I'm sorry, exam. A CompTIA exam. Right. Go ahead.
Any CompTIA exam, and it is applicable to anywhere in the world that CompTIA testing can happen. So this is one of those amazing gifts from CompTIA. They've allowed us to, in the graciousness of their
graciousness,
they are allowing us to give away a voucher. So if you already won a voucher,
talking on top of you, Scott, it's like one of my few joys in life anymore.
And people are like, stop being funny and get on with the contest. I want to win.
That's what I live for. I think I want to just like stretch this out,
If you've already won a voucher, you can play, but you can't win. Got it?
So the idea is we're trying to help everybody out here, folks.
Right.
And I know so many of you guys, especially those of you taking A+, are like, I'm going to get 2 free vouchers. I think 1 free voucher is extremely generous on CompTIA's part. And we're always looking to help out the new guys. So
absolutely.
But David Mohan asked an interesting question. He goes, what would happen if everyone typed pass? Well, the internet would explode, of course.
That's right. It would pass.
Boom.
And David Mueller, by the way, he had the proper response to your Puma. It looks more like a warthog. From Red versus Blue.
I couldn't. Yeah, I got it now. I didn't quite catch the reference.
Red. If you haven't seen Red versus Blue,
Just type red versus blue in YouTube.
Oh, it's hilarious. Very much. Very funny. Yeah.
Okay. So two things. First of
Okay.
all, I see David Zentera has checked in, and I posted something on YouTube to him, but David Zentera, if you are listening, contact me by email. I posted my email on the YouTube chat feed, I don't know, 2 minutes ago or something like that. I need your information in order for you to collect the voucher that you won last week. CompTIA is breathing down the back of my neck saying, where is David Zentera's information? Or something like that. So, and then when we get done with this contest, I will post a link and put up a slide on what you need to do that David Zentera also needs to do to claim your prize, who you're going to email and what information must be in that email.
Yeah,
Right.
sorry guys, CompTIA is really making us jump through some hoops here. And I delegated all of this to poor Dave. And so he's trying to pick up where I've left off. So there are a few people who still haven't got their vouchers. We know them. And Dave is going to be your source for correcting this stuff, because me,
I have all the information from all the people who are missing anything that will get emailed to CompTIA in the next 24 hours.
well, I just write everything on my walls with magic markers. So, but they
Hey,
smell so good.
Someday, Mike, and I'm going to go break the fourth wall here. Take
Yes,
your phone
Dave?
and take your phone when you're doing one of these things and take it to the wall in your downstairs bathroom. I get no end of joy from that wall.
Just don't.
So Dave, you understand that nobody else knows what the heck you're talking about,
I do know
which
that.
makes it
I do.
that much funnier.
Exactly
So
my point.
Mike, if you take your phone and do that, don't go low right. Stick upper left.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. So we got a question from A Plus.
Oh, tell them the contest, how the contest works in case they're brand new.
Very good. So we're going to post a question that came from our total tester, A Plus total tester. I'm going to read you the question. We're going to read you the 4 choices. They are A, B, C, D, and you don't get to put in A, B, C, or D. You must type in this case, the exact and complete answer as it's presented to you there, because they're really easy to accomplish that. Okay. If you can type 4 things, 4 characters, you can type in one of the right answers here. There is only one right answer out of the 4 choices. So you type it in. Scott will watch the feed for the first person to get it right. After we've given it a couple of minutes, we'll go in and check and see what Total Tester says is the correct answer. And then we'll select our winner, and then I'll post the how to claim your winnings.
But you
All right,
must,
sounds good.
you must type this in
You must type
with
it.
a herring.
Me.
We are no longer the knights who say neat.
Here we go. So we are about to share. We click this. We click.
Yeah,
this.
everybody's like, shut up, Mike. We want to get the contest.
All right, here we go. Going up. I have it zoomed as big as I can. Which of the following cloud provider services would be used to set up a virtual machine in a cloud environment? There are 4 choices. One of them is correct. Sorry, I'm zooming here. NAAS, SaaS, IaaS, PaaS.
Paz, PAAS. That is a famous brand name of dyes for Easter eggs.
It
Okay,
is.
and since you mentioned that, we were talking about that on Discord. This is why you guys want to join Discord, because Andre explained to us that Paz in, where's he from? Norway, Norwegian, or something like that. He's Finnish, wherever the hell he's from.
You're such an international person. Dave.
I'm exactly.
One of them little countries.
is a word for egg. So Paz is an egg dye company. And
David Bohan. Paz.
yeah, PAWWS doesn't count, David
gosh.
Mohan.
Dave's on a roll today, man. We should put Tolwit and Dave Bohan in the same room. I'm not sure that would be good. Someone would get hurt.
Yeah. A consummation devoutly.
So wait, I
believable.
want to see if I can answer this question.
All right.
Which of the following cloud provider services would be used to set up a virtual machine? I'm assuming CIaaS without reading quickly.
Okay, Scott, you ready for us to go find out if Mike is right?
I am ready.
Okay, here we go to the right answer page. Mike is, of course, correct.
Oh, I get these wrong sometimes.
I know, but you eat and breathe this stuff, and I knew you would nail that one. IAS is correct. In Total Tester, they explain it. Cloud providers enable infrastructure as a service to give clients quick and easy access to hardware configured as needed. I will confirm that in 14 seconds, Scott. Stand by.
Cool. Thank you. Thank you. So that's awesome.
Pop this page off while I do that research.
Did anybody type IAAS?
Quite a few people did.
I see them now.
Say it ain't so, Joe.
It ain't so, Joe.
And I will say, Alucard, you were right up there. So good show and passed. So that was cool.
Yes, absolutely good to go, Scott.
Okay, so we have a winner that showed up first on my feed, and that would be Scott Wolf.
Yep, showed up first on mine too.
Congratulations, Scott. That is awesome. Dave is going to put up a slide for the information you need to provide to Dave so that he can provide it to CompTIA so that you can get a voucher that's good for anywhere in the world where you're going to take the exam.
Exactly. So, Scott, you're going to have to send Dave Rush an email. We'll have a number of incredible, important pieces of information, and Dave will post that up if he hasn't already.
Yeah, I'm going to put this slide up, and while he's looking at the slide and everybody else is looking at and memorizing the slide, notice that there's some new information that CompTIA is asking us to provide. And if you don't provide it, then they just write me back and say, hey, I don't have this folks info. So I'm going to let you guys address that while I get ready to get what needs to be posted. Oh, yeah, let me get it.
Yeah, so basically we need, so you're going to send the email to Dave himself. That's daver@totalsem.com. And, put your name in there and your email address and which exam you want to take. And you want to be specific here. Are there like multiple versions? Or for example, don't just say Network Plus, right? You want to say N10007 or N10008.
Right. And the common one has been A plus. So we got to know, is it 220-101 or 220 whatever?
Which is interesting because even though there's only one A plus valid right now, they still want the numbers. So you're going to have to look those up.
Right. But there's two tests for A plus.
I see what you're saying. So they get one voucher, they have to say, do I want the, I don't want to say the wrong numbers.
1001 or 1002.
I guess that would be sufficient.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good, guys. I've posted it in the YouTube chat. Everybody's seen it up there. So Scott Wolf, send me an email. Today would be ideal. CompTIA is telling me to collect them all the winners over the course of the week. Mike will have a couple of them. I'll have one on my show, and I will send everybody's on Friday night. So quicker you get that to me, quicker it happens.
That's awesome. Thanks, Dave.
All right.
Cool.
Sayonara.
Good
You're
day.
awesome.
Good day.
Not only is Dave Rush a intelligent, creative, and well knowledgeable man, he also runs a good contest. So there we go. Awesome.
I think that's going to wrap it up, Scott.
Well, actually, there's one more piece of news that most of the United States has a thing called daylight savings time, which means we kind of arbitrarily change the time of day it is. So we are currently in daylight savings time, and on Sunday, this coming weekend, we go to normal time. So the time change will go an hour difference. I believe this is different in Europe. So you guys need to be paying attention to when the feed is. It'll still be Central Time, 2:00 US. So we will be here on Wednesday at 2:00 Central Daylight Savings Time. And then Dave Rush will be doing his Dave Rush Ask Me Anything on Friday, 2 p.m. Central Daylight Savings Time. And then we fall back.
Oh, Scott, interesting thing.
Yeah.
So Europe has a daylight savings time. However, they voted to stop doing it.
Huh. Okay.
Back in like 2018. So the last time that they're going to set their clocks back, set back 1 hour, is going to be on Sunday, October 31st, 2021. Yesterday. Am I reading? Here, I'm going to put this article up so you know that I'm not, because this doesn't make sense.
Yeah, Steadiest Shark just posted as well, saying the UK switched on Sunday. So
But
yeah,
that doesn't make any sense. Why would it jump back?
and Andre, thank you for.
Spring forward, fall back. That's it. Is that showing up?
Yes, it is. Thank you.
So isn't that interesting? Sunday, October 31st. So the Europeans have already jumped back. And folks, so we're going to be doing it next week. So if someone was in Europe and let's say it's 7 hours ahead of us, okay? So that would mean that it's 9 o'clock at wherever they happen to be.
In Paris, yeah.
In Paris. So it's 9 o'clock. So that means that next week they're going to have to show up at 8 o'clock. Am I reading this right?
Correct.
Their local time? Okay.
Yeah.
That's one of these things where it's like, I hope I'm really right.
So at 2:59, Dave Rush posted the special for the AMA. Just these specials are just because you are here and it's just for you, right? The AMA special this week is 50% off on our combination ebook and total tester practice exam. So A+ ebook plus the A+ practice test, right? 50% off.
Which, given that we're already about the cheapest out there, this is just insane.
Yep, absolutely. And to just go to www.totalsem.com, pick a book and a corresponding practice exam. And when you go to checkout, just type the code FIRST. That's with an F, not a 1. FIRST, case insensitive in the coupon code, and you'll get 50% off, which is awesome. So this was fun. Let's do it again on Wednesday.
Yep, we're absolutely going to do it again. Folks, thanks so much for showing up. Congratulations to our winners. Take advantage of our amazing discounts. And
see you on Discord.
See you on Discord.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. Folks, y'all have a good one. Scott, thanks so much for helping in. We'll be off Zoom tomorrow and back Wednesday and back to our normal format.
That sounds good.
Unfortunately, we have to go this route. Scott, good to see you again, brother.
Always my pleasure, Mike.
All right,
All
man.
right, Dave, you want to kill the feed? We're ready to go. Until next
Bye,
time.
guys.